Hello and welcome to the GoonerTube transfer show, the transfer show that attempts to bring you all the incomings and outgoings at Arsenal Football Club. It's hotting up, we're getting very, very close to the transfer window closing, and the news is starting to filter through about players that possibly will be coming or will be leaving Arsenal. We've got plenty to get through, so let's get on with it. So, West Ham are lining up a last-minute swoop for Callum Chambers, who is to be possibly sold to West Ham in a £12 million deal. And it seems that David Moyes is looking to bolster his defensive ranks before the deadline. And The Guardian claims that Callum Chambers is high on Moyes' lists of targets. Now, Arsenal bought Callum Chambers in 2014 and he's played 62 times for the club, although he was loaned out to both Middlesbrough and Fulham within that time. And he's had his fair share of injuries, and a couple of them quite bad injuries as well. But maybe it's now time for him to move, or possibly move, to another club where he's got a better chance of getting first team football, something that he hasn't really had the chance with at Arsenal Football Club. And to be honest, who can blame him? That £12 million will come in very, very handy for Arsenal, especially with what's going on and the players that we've got coming in. And also, like I said, Callum has served the club well in the time that he's been here, and he's still a very, very good player, and he's only 25 years old. So we wish him all the best if he does move to the likes of West Ham, and there's no doubt he will probably get more first team football playing for West Ham than he ever had the chance to do at Arsenal. Okay, so now it's been reported, and this is a bit out there, so bear with us on this one. It's been reported that Arsenal have been linked with another Thomas at Atletico Madrid, and that is Thomas Lemar. Now, if you remember, we were linked with him in the past regarding players that were possibly going to come in a swap deal for other players that we've got, or players plus cash. So it's strange to see this story resurfacing as the window does come to a close, and that looks as if a potential deal to sign Thomas Partey is now a non-starter. I mean, Atletico are apparently willing to offload Lemar in a loan situation for the season, and what does that mean? That means that obviously Lemar would come on loan, and because the thing is, Lemar has already apparently spoken to one Premier League club, according to reports. And I'm not sure if that is Arsenal or if there's another Premier League club. And so it's not quite clear whether he has spoken to us. There was another club, and that was RB Leipzig, who were apparently interested, but apparently they're in the market for someone else, or they're about to sign someone else. So that does effectively rule them out of the race to sign Thomas Lemar. And you have to think to yourself, well, if this is correct, the Arsenal fans, or the fans that I know that I've spoken to about Thomas Lemar before, would be absolutely gutted if we were to move for Thomas Lemar and not Thomas Partey. I mean, why would we want effectively an Atletico reject? Have we not signed enough or bought enough rejects, or been interested in enough rejects from other clubs in the past? Let us know what you think about that one. Even if it was a loan situation, do we need the likes of Thomas Lemar at Arsenal when he hasn't been successful at Atletico Madrid? And if Simeone has seen him play daily and seen him train daily, and he knows he's not for him, then surely someone like Simeone you would want to take notice of. Why would you want Thomas Lemar at Arsenal if Atletico don't want him, for the simple reason that they don't feel he's good enough? Because if we do buy someone like Lemar, I don't think it's ambitious enough. But let us know what you think in the comment section below. We should be going for Thomas Partey, all out for Thomas Partey, in my opinion, and not even thinking about someone like Thomas Lemar, who is obviously not wanted by Atletico Madrid for the reasons that we shouldn't even be looking at or interested in. So on the defensive front, it looks like Arsenal are looking to make a move for young Auoar, who currently plays for Hertha Berlin. Now, his brother Karim had a spell at Man City, but it's claimed that Arsenal are now looking to make a move for the 18-year-old. So he's currently under contract with Hertha Berlin, and he's mainly involved with their under 23 side. So you kind of wouldn't expect him to come to the Arsenal and move straight into the senior ranks, and you'd expect him to go into the under 23s and work his way through and hopefully show enough potential that Arteta would see him as a possible first team squad player. Now, Auoar has declared that he wants to move to England, and so it'll be interesting to follow his development if he does move to the Gunners before the window shuts. Having said that, do we need another defender? We've got lots of defenders. I mean, we've still got to shift the likes of Shkodran Mustafi and Sokratis. Are they going to leave before the window closes? And if they are going to leave, to whom? And are we going to get much money for any of the defenders that we sell? We've already spoken about Callum Chambers. It looks like he's going to be going for about 12 million, but we're just waiting for news of other defenders that are going to be leaving the club. And I would have thought, do we really need a defender so young? I mean, having said that, we know that William Saliba is very, very young, but William Saliba has been touted as a world beater, as one of the world's best young defenders. Not sure about you, but I don't really know too much about Auoar. And do we really need another defender to come in to replace the likes of Saliba? What with the Saliba situation? Or do you think we should be spending the money elsewhere, even though it probably won't be a fortune to bring someone like him, Auoar, into the club? But if that's the case, should we not be if we need a defender, should we not be bringing a more experienced defender into the club to make sure that we've got cover should anything happen to Gabriel? Again, let us know your thoughts on that one in the comment section below. It'll be very interesting to know what you think about that. Now, the Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano has said that Sead Kolasinac will be a Bayer Leverkusen player by the end of the transfer window for around £9 million, which I think is about 11 million euros plus the add-ons. Now, Romano also recently reported that Kolasinac was discussing personal terms with Leverkusen. It didn't look like there was going to be any issues with the way the deal was going. So it was just a case of agreeing things, and it was whether Leverkusen were actually, in his words, going to pull the trigger on the deal and let it go through. And whilst we're quoting Fabrizio Romano, this is what he had to say on Saturday regarding the possible Auoar transfer to Arsenal. He said that the Olympique Lyonnais board have stopped negotiations with Arsenal for Auoar. And he went on to say that Arsenal have never been confident because of the 50 million euro plus add-on asking price. Now, Arsenal's last bid was around 38 million euros plus add-ons, and although Arsenal were prepared to come back and try again within the 48-hour window that they've got left, it appears that they will not be bidding as high as 50 million euros, and that is why Lyon now believe that the talks are off. Well, let us know what you think about what Fabrizio Romano had to say about the fact that it looks as if the Auoar deal is now off. But a lot can happen before the end of the transfer window. We've seen it happen before, especially at Arsenal. We know what Arsenal are like and how close they will run to the end of the window to try and get the players they need to get. Or are they going to surprise us and maybe purchase a couple of players that we just didn't know anything about, as far as any news reports or journalists touting that they would be coming to Arsenal? Let us know your thoughts. Are there any players that you would love to see coming to Arsenal, or are there any players that you think Arsenal should be going to get? Or have you heard any rumours? Let us know on that front. The point is that should Arsenal be paying the £50 million, the €50 million, for Auoar, or should they start looking elsewhere? I mean, if they're not prepared to pay 50 million for a player of Auoar's quality, what does that tell us about Arsenal's ambitions for the future? Like I say, let us know in the comment section below. We're always really pleased to see and hear what you've got to say as Arsenal supporters, because ultimately Arsenal supporters are Arsenal. The team, in my opinion, represent people like you and people like me. So let us know what you think about the way the transfer window is going for you, and which players you think are going to end up wearing that beloved Arsenal shirt. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That means you will never miss any further content we do here at GoonerTube. We've got plenty more content coming up over the course of the season and more, so make sure you keep it GoonerTube for everything you need to know about Arsenal Football Club. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.